Castrol South Africa, manufacturers of Castrol GTX2, a can of the best, present the 20th Castrol International Motor Rally. Sunglasses, caps and smiles are the order of the day as the creme de la creme of South African motorsport gather in the Eastern Transvaal town of Ermelo for the start of the 20th Castrol International Rally. While most relax and enjoy the mild weather, the Volkswagen camp anxiously stare in the direction of Port Elizabeth, their brand new Golf Synchro in danger of not making the critical cut-off time. Johan Everter and Steve Harding eventually drive the car into the park firm with just 60 seconds to spare. The immaculately turned out Golf is totally untested and has only rarely been driven onto its trailer. The pressure of the situation showing on the face of Johan Everter, who must now start at the back of the 40-strong field. While the Golf attracts mild interest from the opposition, the threat of serious competition from the untested Synchro is not on the cards. Serge Damso and Toyota would dearly love to break Volkswagen's 8-year run of Castrol Rally wins. With a second and first place to their credit, there was no doubt that Serge and Vito were seeded first and would lead the pack. The remaining 6 Class A cars taking up their rightful place in the starting blocks, while Johan Everter and Steve Harding will bravely chase the other 39 teams from the back. Popular comment is that 39-year-old Serge is at the prime of his career. Vito is a credit to his driving skills, and Toyota have thrown everything into preparing the four-wheel drive conquest. Driving off the Castrol ramps first is one thing. To drive onto it first at the finish is quite another. Toyota last had that honor in 1979, when the Castrol Rally was only 8 years old. Sarah van der Merwe, on the other hand, has won this event 9 times. The last time he and France won it in a Ford was in 1981. 2 spectator stages in and around Ermelo before the route heads to Camden Power Station and the private forest region around Panbuilt. 9 stages make up Section 1 before a service break and regroup at Amsterdam. Most rally drivers would agree that the first few stages of any rally are the stages to respect. Nobody told Nissan's Nick de Waal and Johnny Hubig, who drive their Sentras through in 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Hannes Grobler and Sarah van der Merwe are 1 second slower. Serge Damso is well off the Class A pace. Eric Sanders and Thilo van Westenhagen in the Class C Conquest equal Serge's time of 2 minutes and 32 seconds. All the competitors complete Stage 1 intact, but Stage 2 almost sees the end of Johnny Hubig and Douglas Judd in the number 4 Nissan Sentra. Hurtling down a stretch of tar at well over 200 kilometers per hour, Johnny finds himself without the luxury of brakes. Using only skill and the car's specially adapted hydraulic handbrake, Johnny throws the Sentra into a spectacular high-speed slide, keeping the car intact and in the rally.
We had a small problem where we had an oil leak from the power steering pump, which sprayed oil all over the front brake discs. And on a long straight we were doing about 200 kilometers an hour. We only had rear brakes at the end of it, so we had quite a close fall there, but we managed to survive it and get to the end of the stage.
Not so lucky was Toyota's Glenn Gibbons and Peter Guffley. Their Conquest crippled badly on the same bend by a concrete culvert. The damage is repaired, but the team have lost 7 minutes in stage time and are placed last on the scoreboard. Serge Damso wins the stage in a time of 3 minutes and 19 seconds. Nick de Waal still leads the rally. With the Camden Power Station in cotton wool, the village has become a ghost town. We see 5th place Serge Damso and Vito Bonafide under starters' orders on the 6-kilometer stage. The talents of Sarah van der Merwe are matched only by teammate Glenn Hall. The Sasol Ford Lasers blazing through the stage in 4 minutes and 22 seconds, giving Sarl and France the overall lead. Speed bumps, gutters and narrow roads all add to the driver's dilemma in the village occupied only by skeleton staff at the power station. We join Johnny Hubig and Douglas Judd in their Sentra as they tackle some of the tricky bends in Camden.
40 left into 90 left, 40 left into immediate 90 left, 90 left. left, 50, fork left, T right, immediate left, T right, turn off left.
Yanni and Douglas, demoted to 6th place after stage 2, battle to better their position in this competitive field. From tar, it's onto the gravel roads of the pan-built forest area. Serge gives his imported Dunlop M&S 185s their first taste of the dirt. As the Conquest comes under starter's orders, Serge prepares to better his current 4th place under the surface conditions he prefers. Sorel and France have a wealth of experience in this sport and are noted for their ability to pace themselves over this 3-day event. Despite the threat of some very real competition and his vision blurred by a nagging migraine headache, Sorel literally sets the pace. Yanni Hobbig arrives at a bend in stage 4 with a gearbox full of neutrals. Valuable seconds lost in the process. The pan-built area offers some spectacular rally stages, the local foresters having prepared the roads to perfection and the drivers rising to the occasion. After 4 stages, Eric Sanders in the Class C Toyota is in a tight battle with Kasi Kutsia in the Class B Golf. Kasi ahead by only 4 seconds. Young Enzo Kuhn driving hard to keep teammate Sanders in his sights. We find Serge and Vito in stage 6, now leading the rally after winning stages 4 and 5. 2 seconds behind are Sorel and France. Being first into the stages has its advantages for the dust, but recent rains have left mud holes like this, and Serge is the first to find it at full speed. Waterlogged, the Conquest refuses to start, and the seconds tick away. Eager to help Serge out, spectators of the fairer sex rush in, pantyhose and all, to help Vito push. With the Conquest out of the way, second on the road Sorel van der Merwe retakes the lead in spectacular fashion. While Serge can only stand and watch. Placed third and leading the Nissan attack, Nick de Waal is instantly promoted as Serge and Vito desperately work on the Conquest. Eventually, the Conquest starts. The number 1 car has lost 7 minutes and is demoted to a lowly 28th place on the scoreboard they just previously headed. In front of mobile grandstands specially placed for the spectators, the competitors treat the large crowds to some spectacular driving skills. Serge Damso is caught trying too hard. The effort of chasing a 7-minute deficit is starting to take its toll. As the sun sinks in the late afternoon, so too does the luck of the Sasol Ford team. Both Glyn and Sorel break 2 drive shafts in as many stages. In an effort to keep Sorel competitive, Glyn is pushed down to 13th place. After 9 stages, Hannes Groble and Piet Swanepoel take the lead, 8 seconds ahead of teammates Hobbig and Judd, with Sorel and France hanging on to 3rd spot. The all-Toyota Class C battle between Eric Sanders and Enzo Kuhn has 9 seconds separating these teams. 12 night stages lie ahead of the crews as the rally moves across the border into Swaziland.